Okay, I want to start off this video with a photo that many of you tagged me in. And our leaders, despite their differences and back and forth, it's nice to see them come together in a time of tragedy and linking hands in solidarity. You definitely won't see this south of the border. And to be honest, would anyone actually want to link up hands with the Orange McNugget? You might get makeup all over your hands. But when times get rough, it is nice to see our leaders come together. Now this video should hopefully be a quick one. Well, I mean, I always say that, but it ends up being longer than it normally is. But I found this video on TikTok where a US citizen is reading out what other countries are saying about the US. I thought some of the responses around the world were pretty funny, so I actually wanted to share this with you. So we'll talk about this in today's video. The backdrop you're looking at today comes from someone on our Discord server that goes by the name John Pork. I didn't understand the meme before, but I do now. And he took this photo of the HMCS Margaret Brook, just outside of Sault Ste. Marie. Thanks for posting this up in the Discord server, John Pork. Now, if I sound a little bit different, it's because I totally screwed up my mic settings. I actually bought a new mic, and I hooked that up, and it sounds like I'm talking in a trash can. So I went back to my old mic, and even my old mic settings are all messed up. So I'll have to get this fixed another day. And I didn't want to mess around with it because I have my live stream coming up. So if you're watching this video now when it's released, the live stream should be out in about an hour. So hope to see you all there. Okay, let's get started on this TikTok video from a US citizen.
I've been trying to look up what other countries all around the world have been saying about America, and this is all allegedly from other people all around the world.
I don't think allegedly is the right word. This is what people are saying about your country.
But here are some things that people are saying about us. Australia has now deemed us unsafe to travel. In Norway, they are constantly talking about America and how we have the parallels to World War II and how our societal progression is constantly backpedaling. Germany has actually made an opera making fun of Trump. The UK is also deeming us unsafe to travel to because they believe that we are headed towards a Holocaust.
Well, I don't disagree with that. One of the things that actually kind of bothers me is that with all these detainments, and we know the conditions inside these detainment camps are horrible. I did a video on it before, and some of the responses were pretty graphic. But despite everything that we are hearing, it's still business as usual for many of the US citizens there. And to be frank, some of the Canadians that are still going to the US. I know there's a small portion of the United States citizens that are taking it seriously, but a very big percentage of them are not. But it's good to see the rest of the world is taking this seriously.
Kim Jong-un believes that we have gone too far. Yes, the leader of North Korea believes that we are going too far.
You know it's messed up when North Korea is saying, hey, United States, I think you guys are going too far on stuff. And even North Korea is condemning the US strikes on Venezuela. It just seems a bit ironic to me.
Even Switzerland has now chosen a side. They are finally speaking up, and if it is that bad that Switzerland officially chooses a side, that's how you know it's bad. Other countries talk about how extremely toxic all of our foods are. New Zealand actually categorized us in the same group as North Korea and Russia.
I bet Kim Jong-un is saying, hey, don't categorize the US with us.
Italy is protesting against ICE. Europe now believes that America is considered a dictatorship. Many countries have closed the US to adoption. Other places like Europe and Canada don't even consider us a first world country anymore, even in the medical area, because even though we are medically advanced, what good does it do if nobody here can afford it? New Zealand's travel advisory has gone from a level 1 to a level 2 recently because of the lack of safety due to gun violence and troubles getting in.
Now this is something that still bothers me. Why hasn't our Canadian government issued higher travel advisories to the United States? I mean, New Zealand has. Why haven't we? If you look at the travel.gc.ca website, it shows Vietnam, Mexico, and China as yellow, basically stating exercise a high degree of caution. But if you look at the United States, it's still green, and all it says is take normal security precautions. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I would definitely feel more safe in Mexico, China, or Vietnam. So I don't know what the hesitation is from the Canadian government. I mean, all the warning signs are there. And I know Canadians can make the decision on their own, but it would be nice to see that green turn to yellow.
Canada has been told to ignore all news or medical advice coming from America because they need to look at it as misinformation. Australia believes that we are headed towards another world war. Other countries believe that there is not going to be another election, that we are doomed, and that Trump is now our forever president. And Ireland believes that we have quickly faded right into fascism. Now, this is just some of the things that I have seen in other people's comments on videos. So if you are from another country and there are things that I am missing out, please comment, share. Let's see what else everyone's saying about us.
Oh man, where do I start? Well, I'll start with reading out her comments first. The first comment says, when you say America, you mean the United States, right? America is a whole continent. And you know, on this part here, I've grown up with calling the US Americans, and I'm changing that as I started this channel. The next one has a map of dumb effing Stan. You can see it. Next comment after that, not allegedly. We are saying that. So this person said exactly what I am. I don't know why she says allegedly. I mean, it's the truth. Next person says, girl, I'm Danish. Where do I even begin? I think a lot of us can feel that way as well. Next set of comments. First person says, so you just realized this. I don't know if she's doing this for the views, but then again, some people might actually be surprised. The next person says, I'm from Romania. I spent a lot of my childhood dreaming of living in America. I kind of realized I never even want to visit there, ever. Next person says, wait, this is new for you guys? And the one below that, you didn't cite any sources. Well, the whole internet is a source. And I'm sorry, but if you're a US citizen and you don't like what you're hearing, the whole world is thinking this of the United States. Next comment says, nobody anywhere is calling the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. And last one on this screenshot, the food is trash. Now, this is the last of the comments on her page that I'm going to share because I want to share some of my own. Not my own, but like from our community. I'm Italian. I used to dream about living in the US when I was a kid. Now I'm happy being European. Next person says, I'm in Canada and my mom set up a whole trip to Disneyland. The second Trump got elected the first time, she canceled it. I haven't been to America since. And the last one in the screenshot, as a Belgian, everybody is talking about the USA. Now I'm not going to read anymore because it's all the same thing. A lot of people calling them out on calling themselves Americans, and a lot of people are surprised that they're just finding out now. But if you want to read more of her comments, I'll leave the link in the description below. Now I want to take some time to read some of the comments from our viewers. This first one is from Karen. The US government has become a sad, incompetent joke. Nothing will change yet. This summer I'm going to beautiful British Columbia for my holiday as I did last year. Our country is so incredibly beautiful and Canadians are so much nicer than Americans. I will never visit the US again. I'm in Saskatoon, one of those places the idiot couldn't pronounce. Yeah, you remember that guy, right? They can shove it up their ass and keep venting. I certainly will. This next one is from Robert. I'm British. Used to love Fremont Street and the Plaza Hotel in downtown Las Vegas. Never again. I visited the SEMA Automotive Show, most years, but never since Trump. Happy to visit shows in the UK and will again visit Germany regularly. This next one is from Lindsay. My neighbor's nephew, married to a lady in the United States, have 2 children. They had all the paperwork necessary. He was kidnapped by ICE from work. He was not allowed to call his family or a lawyer. He was moved around a lot. He was there for 12 weeks. He was sick and had lost 40 pounds. Food was actually rotting. People were assaulted by ICE in the jails. One day, he was moved. They let him out at the Buffalo border. He was very sick, penniless, and in rags. He was told never to go to the United States again. He was never charged with anything. His family flew him home, and he's trying to get his wife and children out of the States and move to BC. Lindsay, if you're watching this, and if your neighbor's nephew is interested in coming onto my channel, send me an email. I'd love to talk to him. Now, this is just one scenario. I mean, I've had people email me telling me their story about being detained, or they knew somebody that was being detained. I hear a lot more than what I actually say on my channel. Out of respect to their privacy, I don't mention it on my channel, unless they are open to me sharing it. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that there's so much more going on that is not being reported in articles or in news reports. And a lot of people are actually scared to share their stories. But despite what's going on right now, I don't know about you guys, but I do feel a sense of solidarity between Canada as well as our allied nations around the world. Because it feels like ever since the Orange McNugget tried to take over Greenland, it seems like the rest of the world has been a lot more vocal now. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you agree with me on this or not. But at least for me, reading these comments from other people, from other communities and other social channels, it does make me feel good. Because it tells me, even outside of the GTL community, the rest of the world is shaking their head at the United States. Okay, that's all I got for today's video. If you found any value in anything I said today, or you want to hear more from a Canadian perspective, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below, so that way you're notified of my future videos. I'm going to see if I can get my mic fixed. I'm starting to believe it's one of those things where if it wasn't broken, don't break it, and I think I broke it. But I hope to see some of you in the live stream that should be starting shortly. And if you're watching this at a later date, just check out the live streams that I have on my channel. Thanks everyone, I'll see you in the next one.